So, Jai Shri Mataji, everyone, and welcome to this meditation. I will just talk very shortly. I will just give introduction for the first part of this meditation. So, as we all know and we experience, we live in a really turmoil time when something in the everyday life, in the stability, looks that is the Mahama is working. Some of us live in part of the world that are really in fighting, in chaos. So we thought in the first part of this meditation to emphasize on this enlightenment faith. So in a way, as a yogi, we have this expectation that our desire will create good in this world. They absolutely create it. But many times when human beings are out of key, or if the cleansing this is the time for cleansing, it can create some feeling in us. So we really want to emphasize on this, on the individual level, on the collective levels, that we will have this collective faith, enlightened faith, and whatever happen and not happen, we will simply continue. So in the first part of this meditation, we will listen to a talk, the Easter Puja in 1993. So we can all collectively can bow and raise our Kundalini and take abandon. Jai Shri Mataji, we can begin with the Ganesha mantra.
He could have felt very bad because I said it to him. But he did not, because he is a surgeon. And he knows what is benevolent for him, what is good for him. He did not feel bad at all. On the contrary, he was so thankful to me that, Mother, because of you, I have been found out. Otherwise, I was hiding it within my heart. Now, the problem with us is that we have achieved a lot of development within ourselves. And we have consolidated it. Also, we have a great collective force I can see in every country. We can give realizations to so many, and we can really establish all these great truths in our lives. We can do it. All the time we should establish them. But there is one point on which one should not be very sure that you have absolutely reached the last truth. You have to be careful on this point very much. I have seen people who go very high in Sahaja Yoga, come up very high, and suddenly they go down very low. It makes me very sad, extremely sad. The reason is that they have no faith. Faith in themselves and faith in Sahaja. This is the faith which is missing. You have to have faith in yourself and faith in Sahaja. Sahaja means there is the divine power. And this all-pervading divine power is looking after us. It is now felt also. You have felt it. It's not that only my saying is there. You have known that it is so. But even knowing that, it has not become such a faith within you. But this is the faith about Christ has talked. This is the faith with an enlightened mind, not the blind faith. And with the blind, you might make mistakes. While with the enlightened one, if you have faith, you become extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. There cannot be any problems if your faith is enlightened. So now, you see in Sahaja Yoga, many people who are very steady, who are upright, who are very valuable. They are like the people who know they are standing on the rocks. But those who are not yet so steady are the people they think they are still dwindling on some sort of a funny waters of this life. The rocks are there, standing on the rocks. And also that has come out of faith, that nothing can disturb us, that faith, nothing can trouble us. As far as Christ is concerned, naturally, he knew everything, so he was sure about it. He never bothered, he never dwindled, he never doubted. He knew that he is the Son of God. And that was the fact that he knew very well. And he never challenged it, he never doubted it, nothing. It is so. And that's why he was standing on the rocks. While the other people, even Sahaja Yogis, have to become like Christ as far as the faith is concerned. This faith is to be understood. This is an enlightened faith. Like Christ, he went into crucifixion, he went into all kinds of things, just because he knew it was just a drama, and he was doing all this just in a drama playing, and there's nothing serious. Nothing is going to matter, and that he is going to resurrect himself. He played a drama. To him, it was nothing very serious. He saw people making fun of him, mocking at him. He also, in his heart, knew everything, that these people who are mocking don't know what I am. But at the same time, he was the embodiment of faith. Faith in himself and in this all-pervading power. This now lets you down. But for that, you have to have absolute faith. Supposing I have someone on whom I have faith. Naturally, I will give him all the work. I will trust everything. I'll keep the keys with him, all the money with him. Never doubt such a person. In the same way, if you have faith in yourself, faith in Sajaga where you are established, you'll be surprised how things will work out, how life will improve, and you will be standing on the rocks, you will feel that way. You'll have no doubts, you'll have no problems, no diseases. So, this is such a state. Only with faith. But now this faith, how do you get? The problem is how to get to this faith. There's no course about it. There's no literature about it. There's no lecture about it. But there is an awakening within you which will ask, this, what am I? This awakening, what am I? What have I achieved? See, this will question. What is it that I have achieved? What have I got out of Sajaga? All these questions will come to you. But if you have faith, not the blind, but the enlightened, which is established by many miracles in life, many things in life, small things you will find there have been miracles, small things. There have been miracles even in big things, in so many things where you never expected this will happen. So now you know very well settled that you are now very nicely in Sajaga. For example, it starts raining. Half of you would get worried about it, why it's raining. But they will know that there's a very beautiful roof, nothing can happen. Let it rain as much as it likes. And then you'll have faith that it is not going to rain. It's not going to drench us. In the same way, this faith within us has to be absolutely solid. And that makes you extremely strong and makes you responsible for the resurrection of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people. This kind of life that we have, that only by our own establishment, by our own understanding, by our own observation, that we settle into ourselves. We settle into Sajaga. It's something remarkable. It has happened, it is happening, and should happen to all of you. You all should have the chance to know your spirit and to know yourself. So one has to have faith in oneself. I've seen some Sahajoginis always come and say, Mother, I'm no good, I'm useless, I'm doing no work, I'm absolutely a lazy lamp or whatever it is. So all right, you think that way? Ask for it. What do you want? Even if you don't ask, it will work out. Even if you don't. Even you just think about it, it will work out. Even if you pay attention, it will work out. Because this all-pervading power is the only real power, that all the rest of the powers are useless. And is so very efficient, so compassionate, that in the split of the second, it can work out things.
Jai Srimataji, we're going to listen to a short part of Srimataji's talk from Adi Kundalini. And as we listen to that talk, following on from this beautiful one we've just heard, we will go into the meditation Srimataji refers to in this little part we'll listen to. Everyone here, those that have been part of the 21-day program, those that everyone does everything else, we are constantly growing. All our desires and destination are the same. So those who were with us or joined the Sri Ganesha Puja just before the 21-day program was starting already know the understanding of inner worship. We worship Sri Ganesha within. So this meditation that we're about to start will follow in the same way from Srimataji's talk. And to please have absolute faith, as Srimataji said, in ourselves, in everything Srimataji's given us. And to establish and grow ever closer to the lotus feet of Srimataji, to all her chakras, to her kundalini, to everything. And therefore, we all become the channels through which Srimataji can trigger her will. For all the countries, wherever we stand, and especially at this time, when our love, attention, everything is in Israel and the whole region. So let's listen to Srimataji's little part of this talk, and then we will meditate on Srimataji's chakras, just as we have the permission to do. Jai Srimataji.
All these great plans of the divine and everybody's detailed working and bringing everything to a par excellence level was really tremendous. I myself surprised at myself and amazed how I could really get so many people in Sahaja Yoga. I didn't expect. But it has worked tremendously because of the cooperation of human beings also. Otherwise it would not have been possible. Now when you do these pujas and all those things, you please those deities, make them happy, because they have done so much work. Is your gratitude for them, that they have worked so hard, with such diligence, with such precision, that today we have been able to achieve this great drama of Sahaja Yoga. Those who are Sahaja Yogis perhaps do not realize what is the great work done in the background and how much time it took to build up the whole thing, to bring it to this level of perfection. So the primordial Kundalini, which is reflected in you as your Kundalini, also is of the same nature. And it works in the same way. It rises, gives you self-realization, gives you the powers. But after all, one has to know it is a reflection. And the reflection, to make it truthful, real, you have to look at the reality first. How the real one, the real Kundalini, the real primordial one, how it acts, how it works. If you start thinking about my Kundalini only, immediately you'll become silent, no question. You cannot think, just you'll become silent. Just think of any one of my chakras, and your chakras will be all right. But you have to have that depth. You have to have that much protocol. You have to have that much right. Just it will act. Don't have to do anything. Just you have to think of my chakras. Just think about my Kundalini. That's sufficient. But you have to develop that surrendering situation. Even now there are Sahaja Yogis who doubt. They have seen the work, they have seen everything, still they doubt. And they yield to people who are on the periphery. And there are Sahaja Yogis who still sticking on to many things they cannot change. They haven't got yet that courage to change themselves. I don't say that you have to change anything outside. But when time comes, you might have to change also. So you should be prepared. How much we are courageous, that is to be weighed and to be found out. Unless and until you have full courage, you cannot establish Sahaja Yoga in a quick way. When you are using your own Kundalini, you have to know that the Kundalini that is your own has problems. She herself has gone through various ages and stages, and she herself is sometimes very much hurt, very unhappy, and very weak. And then she cannot rise. So if you want that this Kundalini that is your own mother, has to give you all the nourishment and everything, you must learn, first of all, foremost thing, how to surrender to reality. So if you learn how to surrender to the primordial Kundalini, then your Kundalini is immediately strengthened. It's like this. Supposing you have a stone and you try to put anything on it, it won't reflect. Then you improve, it's a wood. still nothing will be reflected. Then you paint it, some reflection will come. Then you have the glass. The glass won't reflect. But if you use some mercury and make it a mirror, it will reflect. But still it may not be the perfect mirror. So this is how the kind of a reflector you are, on that depends the kind of a reflection you get and the kind of personality you develop. So there should be no aim as such, but to be dissolved into the reality should be the desire within you. Start dissolving into it. Then one does not have to talk about detachment. One does not have to talk about anything, about any virtues. They automatically come because now you have become the divine. Once you become the divine, even your Kundalini becomes absolutely, beautifully, completely reflecting the primordial one. So today I had decided to have this puja and to tell you about this primordial Kundalini, how it has been worked out, it has been built in, and it has been given so many powers. Formerly, before this kind of Sahaja Yoga, people had to cleanse their chakras, cleanse their body, cleanse their mind, do all kinds of things, tapas, and then they would think of having realization. Even Mahavira did 12 years of tapas. While in Sahaja Yoga, none of you have done any tapas, nothing. From the very first day, you have been blessed. And you have had blessings. And you have been enjoying your blessings throughout. So, that is a temptation. Remember, it's a temptation. Don't get lost with the blessings that you are having. You have to go further and further and further. So, it's not a difficult life in Sahaja Yoga at all. On the contrary, it's very much easier. But then people start using Sahaja Yoga for certain purposes, which secretly they know that they are using Sahaja Yoga for this purpose and that purpose. If you start using Sahaja Yoga for any such purpose, then again you have a fall. Then again you have to understand that this was the wrong thing, and then again you rise. So people go like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. But still, I must say, this realization that is given to you has been given without cleansing you, without telling you anything, without asking for anything, without any kind of bondage on you, bandhan on you. And you got this realization. But now, immediately after realization, you are in the bondage of your Kundalini. And you have to look after her and you have to look after yourself. Now you have to identify yourself fully with your Kundalini. And then everything works out all right. So today is the day when we have to decide that our greatest weapon, as Austria is Astra, is Kundalini. And we should know how to use it, what mantras to be used, what is the problem we have, and we should not be shy of our problem. If we have a problem, we should know this is our problem, must be corrected. Also, we should know the technique fully. I find that some people know a lot of techniques, and also they know how to give big speeches, but they are not good in their hearts. Their hearts are not clean. They want to use their power of speech just to show off their knowledge. Then there are some people who are such that they are good in vibrations and they want to give vibrations, but they are afraid and they don't know much about the technique. So you have to know all these three things properly if you really want to achieve full results of your ascent. And if you want to really transform the world, then you must know you have to be ideal people. You cannot be problematic people. Now see, yesterday I was surprised. How many people there were sick? How many people were suffering from this or that. While you should thank your stars that none of you have any sickness, you are perfectly all right, you don't have bad habits, you don't have anything. You have just come out of it. But to go further, you have to have full determination and understanding that this is a tremendous work and a tremendous task, and all your powers to be awakened within yourself. You have to be, first of all, fully equipped with readiness to serve the divine. Unless and until you have that readiness, that I don't want anything, I just want to serve the divine. As long as you are striving for it and asking for it with full heart, with full sincerity, then I'm sure this Kundalini will be strengthened and she'll cleanse you completely, and you will be one day Mahayogis. May God bless you.
Jai Shri Mataji. So we'll begin our meditation, and as we end, we'll not speak after that. So everyone, please be in your state and leave when it's time for you to leave. So being completely relaxed with Shri Mataji's holy words flowing through our subtle system. Let's take our attention to Shri Ganesha. And as we see our holy brother, we bow to our brother and offer red rose petals at his lotus feet. Shri Ganesha, your little brothers and sisters are here at your lotus feet with all our love and devotion for you, our complete surrender to you. Shri Ganesha, you are the source of vibrations of all your qualities. You bless us and look after us all the time. We are here with a deep desire to put our attention and meditation on our Holy Mother's Kundalini and chakras. Shri Ganesha, we ask you to take us on this journey. With our Holy Mother's permission. Just as we come from her, our Kundalini comes from our Mother's Kundalini. All our chakras come from our Holy Mother. The whole of creation is from our Holy Mother. Our desire as as our mother's children is to go home for a little while, that we may receive blessings. Our Kundalini, our chakras, to be cleansed, to be nourished, that we may become the pure reflection of our Holy Mother. Let's take our attention to Sri Mataji. And Sri Mataji's subtle system. And let's offer a small arati to our mother's subtle system. Sri Mataji, your children are here. We bow to you in absolute surrender, love, worship, and devotion. Our beloved brother Sri Ganesha has granted us permission, brought us to you. And we ask for your permission and blessings to meditate upon your chakras, your Kundalini, Sri Mataji. Put our attention on Sri Mataji's Muladhara. We receive the vibrations and blessings to our Muladhara. We take our attention to Sri Mataji's Kundalini. Where Sri Mataji has told all her children to come onto her Kundalini. Blessing and nourishing our Kundalinis. Go to the Swadhisthana. We receive blessings and vibrations to our Swadhisthana. Go to Sri Mataji's Nabhi. And receive the vibrations. Go to Sri Mataji's void. And receive all the vibrations. Go to Sri Mataji's Anahat. And receives all the blessings and vibrations. to Sri Mataji's Vishuddhi and receive the vibrations. Go to Sri Mataji's Sri Lalita chakras and receive the vibrations. And Sri Mataji's Hamsa and receive the vibrations. Mataji's Agya, and we receive the vibrations. Sri Mataji's Sahasrara, and we receive all the blessings and vibrations. Shri Mataji, this is our family in the kingdom of God, where you've taken us. We are so blessed. We just want to serve you. Be your pure reflection. And let's offer a small arati to Shri Mataji's Kundalini channels and chakras. As we bring our attention back to our own subtle system, bowing with absolute devotion and gratitude to our Holy Mother. Let's feel all the chakras so nourished, vibrating. And let's raise our arms to the sky and receiving the grace. As the grace pours into our sahasraras like gentle ice. And we feel this grace flowing within us and around us. Let's stay in our own meditations now, leaving in your own time. Thank you, Shri Mataji, again and again. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. Thy will be done.